Good morning and welcome to episode 1601 of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, December 4th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. Today, Wes has a missing person story that has gripped the nation.
The nation is gripped, and it's a crazy fucking story. You might have heard of it, but we're gonna get to it because there's a big update yesterday, and it's got a lot of twists and turns.
Okay,
that was very elusive.
Well, that's what's supposed to be elusive. So
yeah, that was elusive. I couldn't get a
tuned.
grip.
I haven't been gripped yet.
So you want to hear more?
I can't get a grip on that. Yeah,
you want to
I
hear
can't
more?
wait to be gripped. Yeah.
You're gonna be gripped.
Okay,
Good.
I think that was the name of an Aerosmith album.
Grip the nation.
Gripped.
Just Gripped, I think.
gripped.
It's a great word. Gripped.
I think that was the
Yes.
one with like the is that right? Or is it Get a Grip?
It's
Get a
also
Grip.
how I like my
Get a
cock.
grip. That's get a grip.
Get a
is
grip.
definitely one of their
Right.
It's got the teats, the cow's teats on there.
Great word for how I like my cock.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's two
grip.
guys who said it.
Yep.
No, I agree with them.
It's got a lot of
Just totally agree
a
with
lot of great connotations with it. Mark's got dive bar cologne and college kid trends on deck.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it. That's what he's got for you. I've got the pathetic coup attempt in South Korea that transpired, and Pat's got a lightning round. Some may call it a news bukkake for you to finish it off today.
Get your towels ready
Whoa,
for after the Bukakke.
right.
Yeah, because it's going to be messy. Live comment, Trey Brock says, had to drop off Kate and are late, I see, he says to Pat.
Had to
Oh man,
drop off
when you want
Kate.
to comment on the virality of that thing?
Yeah, we can.
Video you've been featured in.
Yeah.
I shot it and am featured in it and didn't post it because I was at Kate's house with her dad. I didn't want her dad to see a video of her talking about getting fingered, but it's funny. And I don't know, and a lot of Americans I realize carry with them like my high school energy in their middle 20s, 30s, and 40s about like their girl having never been fingered. If your girl was, if you think your girl wasn't getting finger blasted in high school, you're fucking crazy. She was. She
So
absolutely
full
was.
context, because not every single person has seen the thing, although most have. You were dropping Kate off to her high school reunion. You were the driver's seat, and she's getting out of the car, and she says, "Thanks for dropping me off the reunion. Love you, honey." And then she puts her head back in, and it's like, a couple of guys fingered me in here, or something like that, right? Like,
Yeah, essentially. I said, "Have fun if you need me." She goes, "Some guys in there fingered me. Bye,"
referring to her high school year.
which is something that she does to make me
Hilarious.
uncomfortable.
Right.
And then I, as an actor, made an awkward laugh because I knew that we were filming a video.
Right.
And then people think now that there are a lot of comments like, "My wife be getting divorce papers if she ever said that to me."
Really?
Wouldn't be picking
Lot
her
of-
up. You know what
a
I mean?
lot of that shit. A lot of like divorce
Divorce
papers.
paper. Interesting.
Yeah.
So stupid. So
It's a,
stupid.
it's a classic joke for when you're going to your high school reunion.
You guys are so dumb. They're so dumb. But I look, like insane people have liked.
You gonna
the
let her talk
post.
to you like that?
Live
Jerry
comment,
Lawler liked it.
Nikki Trashcans on YouTube says, my wife's never been fingered. So
Yeah, she has. What's her at?
Jerry the King Lawler liked it.
What's her at?
What's her at?
I'll tell you how many times she's been fingered.
What's her at? Yeah, Jerry the
Yeah,
King
no.
Lawler liked it, bro. Christian Chenoweth, Vivica A. Fox, everybody.
Well, I keep seeing
great work,
people
Pat.
reacting
Some
to
good-
it, like different videos and channels, like posting reaction photo videos of it.
Tell you what,
So
man.
one
we
headline: Cuck drops off woman.
yeah, cuck drops on man.
Total cuck
Wait.
dropped off woman was the headline.
this is getting like shit articles written about it. Like,
Dude, it's gotten so many. I mean,
That's
it's like
amazing.
over 40 million views across
That's
channels.
amazing.
And then we shot a response video today of Kate being like, "All right, sorry, everyone's calling you a cuck on the internet." Well, I was taking a bath, and like now people are really saying you should have had a toaster with you.
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
lean into it. You gotta lean.
That's
into
what we're
it
doing.
now.
And guess what?
Yeah.
We're gonna get paid. You fucking idiots.
Yeah, her account's monetized, right? Because I know none of
Child's
ours,
health care secured for another year, you dumbasses.
none of ours are. Make sure that you post all of the videos from Kate's account, which is monetized. So do that. Don't.
I'm not getting paid, but it means our children have health care. So
Your
that's
children
important.
get the money. Yeah.
Your girl got fingered in high school. I'm sorry, guys. Let's do the show.
What type of kid are they going to be if they're raised by such a pussy? Though?
Such a pussy cuck.
Yeah.
Your kids are going to see this
video.
Yeah.
That I watched 18 times.
Kamala voter dropping off his wife would get fingered by
That's
her
right.
high school reunion.
That's right. Fucking, if he'd voted for Trump, he wouldn't stand for that.
That's right.
What are you talking about, buddy? Your girl gave dome piece all the time in high school.
Nobody wants to think about it, but yeah, I mean, it's the reality of the world.
Yeah, but if she'd said dome piece, that'd be a different story. But it's
Right.
the perfect level of okay.
Dome piece would have been a different
got-
story.
I think the first night I ever met Kate, she was talking about giving a hand job. It's like it happens. We all had hand sex and other
Old
sex.
fashioned.
All got passed.
Especially in high school.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely in
That's
high
all
school.
you're working with.
Especially if you went to Herndon. You know what I mean? Mark always kept his fingernails trimmed.
I think I saw her at the mall.
Throwback to a previous episode joke.
Yeah, what's your favorite ice cream?
I put the Build-A-Bear kids through college. Build-A-Bear guys kids through college.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. All right. Well, I thought it was funny, so that's great. More content, please. All right. Have you guys been following this insane story about this Hawaiian woman who went missing?
Sort of.
Okay.
Intern Joey texted me about today. Said, "You've been following this?"
Yeah. Intern Joey's all over it.
I
He's
said,
got a lot of interests.
I said, "What do you think happened?" He goes, "I think she's running away."
Yeah, well, we'll get to that.
Obviously, okay.
We'll get to it. So the background is, for those of you living under a rock who've only been, haven't seen Kate's video or this kidnapping or whatever it is. There's a 30-year-old, 31-year-old. I don't know. It's different ages, but she's an aspiring photographer from Maui. Her name is Hannah Kobayashi. Not sure if she can down hot dogs like a champ too, but she went missing.
Like Kate.
Yeah, like Kate.
Hey, watch your fucking mouth, bro. My woman's pure, just like Andrew Tate said she should be.
Stand up for her. But she went missing back on November 8th, right? She was flying from Maui to visit her aunt in New York. It was like this big bucket list trip she had planned. And she missed her connector at LAX. And then she just vanished. Now, nobody knew what the fuck happened to her. I'm sorry.
She was from Maui or to Maui?
She was from Maui. She was heading to New York. Her connector was in LAX, and she just didn't hit the connector, and then she vanished. So nobody knew what the fuck happened to her. That was on 11/8. There were some weird texts that she had sent. One of them reads, "Hi, loves. I just finished a very intense spiritual awakening. I'm charging my phone and heading back to the airport to get to New York City. I might need some help getting there. It's a long story. I'll keep you posted." I think
you never want to hear that from anybody.
spiritual awakening.
And I might need some help.
Themselves.
I might need some help. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what? I've never flown to Hawaii, but is it normal that if you're flying from Hawaii to New York, you might have to stay overnight for your layover? That's probably normal, right? Like,
No.
depending on the time zone difference.
I mean, maybe
that text implies she left the airport to have her spiritual.
Yeah, maybe she
awakening.
was just doing like a night in LA as like part of her trip. I don't know. Who knows?
Okay.
But here's another text. It said, "I'm just really scared, and the redwoods, if calling me, and I know I'm meant to be there. I'm being guided there like you have before. I risk my freedom if this goes wrong for me, hun." This was a text sent to her friend.
My freedom.
Yeah.
What?
Here's another set of texts. "I got hacked." And then her friend's like, "Hacked by who?" "Stripped of my identity. I can't fly." And then the friend's like, "Wait, what? How did you get to LA from Maui?" And then she said, "Some weird shit, babe. Explain so I can try to help." And she said, "I can't go to the PO. Explain it to me so that I can try to be of help to you." And then she goes, "I got tricked pretty much into giving away all my funds for someone I thought I loved. I've been on the streets." Okay.
Oh,
So those were the last communications that
that's
anyone
the
had.
worst
from her.
one yet.
Yeah, pretty bad, right?
these are mental breakdown texts. These are
These
texts
are-
that someone's having a disassociation with reality texts.
Yeah, not good. Not the kind of text you want to get from, your 30-year-old sister or daughter or anyone who's flying alone.
You're not getting fingered out there, are you? Because if
Right.
you are, don't even bother coming to New York.
Yeah.
Better not make a joke about it.
Would it be worse if all of a sudden they got like a text saying like all good and then silence?
Yeah, probably. I mean, this at least
Yep.
this at least shows that it's probably her. She's having a mental breakdown versus
Right.
some guy who's kidnapped her. So her family, of course, feared the worst. She's young, as you know, she's attractive. So her sister, Sydney Kobayashi, not sure if she can swallow hot dogs like a demon either, organized a massive search for her and set up a GoFundMe to raise money to finance the search. So the goal was $50,000. Some of the stuff they said that this money was going to go to was for hydration and food for volunteers who were searching for transportation from Maui to get over to LA where she was last seen, communication devices, a bunch of other shit. They raised like almost $47,000 because this story was so viral and everyone was
crazy.
worried about this young, pretty girl from
It's
Maui,
huge
right?
She risky her
Yeah.
life.
Just-
The Redwoods called to her. Yeah.
Well, okay, so a couple things. The Redwoods are not like near LA, right? They're in Northern
No, they're
California.
Northern California.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
If one of you guys went missing, okay, and I thought you were in danger, I don't have 50 grand lying around, but I feel like within 2 hours, any human who's decently connected could acquire 50 grand, either on a credit card or credit cards or, begging, borrowing to search everything.
Right, if that was like the price on your head. Yeah.
Right, or like, hey, we need Mark's out there with clean fingernails on the streets looking for shopping malls of LA, right? He's really gone finger blast
Yeah,
crazy.
people could pony up some cash to get Mark off.
I'm not going to set up a GoFundMe. That's weird. I mean, maybe.
No, so the GoFundMe was set up on 11/14. Okay, this is now 6 days after she's gone missing. 3
Where did
days.
you say she was from? Maui. Was she from
Maui.
the island that got burned down? Though they might not have the funds. If it was,
Well,
like,
Maui wasn't. No, that was
where
that
was
was
that?
somewhere else. It was I forget the exact town, but it was. I think there's a lot of fires
Lahaina?
over there. But Lahaina, something like that.
I guess
Lahaina.
maybe it's not weird if all she was doing was like setting up a GoFundMe because that's all she could
don't know.
do. But I feel like, I don't know.
So the GoFundMe was set up 11/14. So the family uses that money to fly over there. Her dad, Ryan Kobayashi, and her family, they go over to LA.
Not sure if he can swallow a hot dog like a demon.
Right. Not sure. I bet he can.
No. Wes said that.
Odds
earlier.
are
Yeah,
one of
no.
the family members
Yeah,
can.
one of them. Yeah.
Any
So
relation? Do we know?
I don't know. They do have some Asian in them. I mean, it's
So
it's-
her dad went over there and started looking up the usual suspects.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go scour LA. Here's a clip of Ryan, and here's where the
Deeper
plot.
Kobayashi reference.
Here's where the twist happens. That's really fucked up. Here's a clip of Ryan talking to the news about the search. Obviously, this guy's very upset. He's fearing the worst, and after here, I'm just gonna play the video.
What do you think happened?
I'm just twisting and turning for the last week about what's going on. It just seems like everything's coming at a blur, and it's just so overwhelming at times. It's just, I wouldn't wish up on anybody.
The LAPD confirms that 58-year-old Ryan Kobayashi ended his life after he jumped from the 7th floor of this parking garage near the airport. The family said the Kobayashi family endured a devastating tragedy today. After tirelessly searching throughout Los Angeles for 13 days, Hannah's father tragically took his own life. This loss has compounded the family's suffering immeasurably. We spoke to Hannah's aunt late today.
We just believe that it was all because of a broken heart. He was just
Oh,
a father
man.
looking for his daughter,
Well,
and he just couldn't take it any longer.
It's also not true.
You think he was killed?
I got to tell you guys, I've spent way too much time of my life that I'll never get back listening to true crime stories. There's not a Dateline story that I haven't heard on a different podcast. Never, ever, ever, ever does a parent kill themselves while
Until
still
they know-
looking for their
right,
child.
until
Never,
they know.
ever,
Yeah.
never.
What
Doesn't
do you
happen.
think? This guy was murdered, Pat?
A lot of people do.
Dude,
A lot of people think he was getting too close to whatever was happening.
I've
Really?
never heard of that,
Yes.
dude.
That was the
13 days.
theory.
Never
The
heard
big
of that.
theory is that he was sniffing too close to home. to catching.
To
finding
what
out.
she got caught up in? What is it, like sex trafficking or something?
No,
knows?
but here's the update that makes no sense. So they're saying he was lack of sleep. He was just beside himself, and he lost his mind and jumped off this fucking 7-story parking garage next to the airport. That's what they're saying.
Why
So-
did you go to L.A.? Why?
Who's they?
The search is still on.
The cops, LAPD.
Watch any true crime story about any child that goes missing and they don't have a body, they don't know where they are.
Okay.
People search for years, decades, holding out
Why
hope.
don't you watch a fucking movie, Wes?
I know,
about
really.
that?
I should have
Use
expected
some
that.
Imagine fucking Nation.
You
Fucking
know what?
Wes, bro.
Well, after the
You're buying
update,
this bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. So that was back on November 24th that Ryan killed himself after almost 2 weeks of looking
Simple,
for his
Wes.
daughter. No real developments in the search for Hannah until yesterday. New surveillance footage came out, which poor Ryan would have loved to see before he made the terrible decision. Shows Hannah buying a bus ticket at LA Union Station, going to Tijuana, seen crossing into Tijuana on foot alone on the 12th or the 13th, not with kidnappers,
Whoa.
not with anyone holding a gun to her, alone into Tijuana. So as of
Holy
11,
shit.
12, or 13, she's alive. Although, you know, a woman going into Tijuana by herself, who knows? But that's the big update, is that she is apparently alive. They now have this footage. Here, I'm gonna play the update. So you
Her
can
dad
see.
surveillance
jumped the
from
gun.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection, which clearly shows Kobayashi crossing the United States border on foot into Mexico. She was alone with her luggage and appeared unharmed.
At a news conference Monday, the LAPD said they now know the whereabouts of 30-year-old Hannah Kobayashi of Hawaii. 4 days after Kobayashi landed at LA International Airport and 1 day after her last text to family, Kobayashi crossed into Mexico. They pointed to text messages like this they said showed she was under duress. But investigators said she's safe.
To date, the investigation has not uncovered any evidence that Kobayashi is being trafficked or is the victim of foul play.
Instead,
lost
they
her mind.
said Hannah chose
they
to
talked
disconnect
to her?
from family and friends and travel.
Or just the
Fox
video?
11 obtained these images of Hannah with her luggage at LAX, carrying her phone, and
dude,
also
they've-
buying a ticket at LA Union Station to head south
gotten her
and
in her devices
ultimately
and
to
shit, probably.
Mexico.
On what day was that?
That was the
Did I miss?
the
Did
day
they
after
interview? Did they interview her? Did I miss that, or they're just saying that she's fine? Because I
No,
don't.
they're just saying she's fine, and they've officially
How do they know
changed
that?
the classification to a voluntary disappearance, and they're not going to pursue her in
Without
Mexico
talking to her at all. They're
in
not going to pursue her.
respect
Talk
to her
okay.
privacy. That's what they are.
So
the
there's
police
way,
are-
clearly-
there's way more to this story.
Oh yeah,
Clearly
we're gonna
plan for in those pictures. It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, why did she want to run away? If she ran away, why would the father jump off the thing? There's so much more to it than just.
This is all we have right now. We haven't
Yeah.
talked to Hannah. Maybe we'll get an update from her, like we did that guy
Like,
who faked his death.
Sounds like she was
She
going
knows
to
her dad's
disappear.
dead because that made international news. She didn't want to come forward and go back home to his funeral or apologize to her family about that.
Right.
There's way more to this story.
Right. Yes. So police say they will not they will not further their investigation to Mexico, but will be notified if she returns to America, and they encourage her to contact police at the embassy in Mexico to confirm that she's okay. No word from Hannah as of yet. Here's a picture that someone took of Hannah in Mexico.
Stop it.
So
Stop it.
I don't know. She looks like she's okay. I mean,
Yeah, it's tough.
it's tough.
Well, it's 14 days. She's gone forever. I better end it.
Dude,
It's very
Pat, the guy
weird.
was under insane, like just duress, not sleeping. Who knows what was going through his head? He's looking for his daughter, who he thinks is either being trafficked or dead. I mean, 2 weeks is a long time to go through that kind of fucking torment. I don't know what was going on in his head before all this happened, or what kind of guy he was before this happened, but he wasn't doing good. I don't think he was pushed off the fucking building. And
Well, the
now,
other theory is that he found something out in LA that caused him to jump off.
Yep.
And then
maybe, but she's apparently alive and in Tijuana or somewhere in Mexico now. And the cops are saying that this is a voluntary disappearance, and they're not going to fucking waste any more. Oh, and the other twist is now everyone wants their GoFundMe money back. They're like, fuck this bitch.
Yeah, 'cause she's just alive, traveling.
Why is the GoFundMe still up? Because they changed it after Ryan killed himself to now
just
fund
shift it to his funeral costs.
that's what they did. They added him into the GoFundMe.
Well, that's understandable. Yeah.
It is understandable.
I'm fine with that.
But GoFundMe hasn't taken it down yet. It's still up. They said it hasn't violated any of their terms yet. But people are pissed and they want refunds for this fucking GoFundMe because
they don't want to pay for Ryan's funeral. They just wanted to.
Yeah, they don't want to pay for all this wasted time from a girl who didn't get the real fucking story. But she's now got her dad's death on her hands. If that's what really happened. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, so if she's totally been on her own the whole time and not coerced, fucked with, catfished, any of this crap. She knows her dad's dead. That's my whole point. So like, what did he do something to her before? Is she completely insane? Like, what's going on?
There's a lot of insanity.
There's more to the story.
Of course,
or she was coerced.
Yeah, but the LAPD is saying that she's a voluntary disappeared person, respecting her rights. That's the
your job, guys. Yeah.
I mean, if he did actually kill himself, it's horrible. But also, I got to say, like, to all the parents this is the 1 in a million where the person's actually still alive.
I'm with you, Pat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I've seen enough true crimes too that this makes no sense for him to jump off a fucking garage 13 days in. Doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
We'll keep you posted.
Okay. It's crazy. Just like how crazy comfortable this Chubbies flannel is.
Looks great.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's been my go-to lately, is along with the Everywhere pants. I wear like a combo when I'm at home because the Everywhere pants are for super comfortable and like thank you. And yeah, they're lightweight, durable, ready, for whatever the day throws at you. It's awesome. I go walking around the neighborhood in the outfit. Someone actually followed me home today because they stopped me and they said, "Can I touch that?" And they felt how she felt how soft it was, and she's been outside my front door for about 8 hours.
Can I touch that?
Yeah, so had to take a back way home and sneak in the house.
Sitting there like a sad puppy, just wants to touch your sweater again.
Hopefully she doesn't tell anyone else in the neighborhood, but it's getting good reviews. It's outwear season, y'all. Chubbies has certified winterproof jackets, vests, sweatshirts, quarter zips, full zips, flannels, a freaking full body puffer jacket, if you know what I mean. You heard that right. So we've been working with Chubbies for a while. We love their clothes. I think a lot of people have reached out to us in the Discord that like Chubbies even before we were sponsoring, and I think a lot of you now do that. Now you know about them. So why don't you just go ahead, check out their clothes, get them for a gift for Christmas, for yourself, for a guy you love. And for a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your order with our exclusive code. Use code HARDFACTOR20 at chubbyshorts.com. That's Chubby Shorts with 2 S's in the middle, because Chubbies ends with an S, short starts with an S, right? So go to you got to go for 20% off your order and use our exclusive code HARDFACTOR20 at chubbyshorts.com.
Nice.
Great gifts.
Absolutely. And here's another gift that not a free ad, okay? And another gift for guys. Good news. Got a new scent we can spray on ourselves this holiday season. And this is not a free ad because I'm being sarcastic. And of course, I'm talking about Miller High Life's new Dive Bar Fume to make it smell like a dive bar.
Say that one more time fast.
Miller High Life has a new perfume, or cologne, I should say cologne, called Dive Bar Fume to make you smell like a dive bar.
Dive barf.
Dive bar fume.
Dive bar fume.
Dive bar fume.
Yeah.
Smells good. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you go to like one of those big newfangled New York ad agencies, they might say, "Hey, you might want to not put the 2 words together that spell barf if we're talking about a perfume."
Well,
just
but
throwing
that's
this out
what
there.
A dive bar. Okay, so a dive
what
bar.
do I know?
Dive bar's got to have a little bit of barf tinge to it. If you're gonna have a true dive bar perfume, it needs to have a little bit of barf, like just a faint, but mostly stale beer and cig smoke. That's what the vast majority needs to be.
Yeah.
Salt. And then a little bit of puke and like urinal cakes in the background.
Well, it's actually described to smell like cigarettes and alimony. As well.
That too.
Unpaid alimony.
Yeah, unpaid alimony.
Yeah, they're thinking about garnishing my wages. Yeah.
stale cash in your body because she ain't gonna get it. Kids ain't getting it. And if it touches your skin, it will instantly give you a leathery and wrinkly appearance with the chance of blotch. It's the worst scent since Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina scented candles. And I mean, a faint smell of vagina is fine, but I don't need the whole room to smell like it, right?
No, thanks.
Yeah, faint vagina.
Yeah, just.
No, I mean, is nobody's really buying the Dive Bar Fume, right? It's like
Well, if you could combine the two, you'd have quite a couple.
Paltrow may be the only person to buy one of these.
I think it's a gag. Apparently, they do gag gifts every Christmas, but
It's
they are
not
selling it.
Well, right. It's a gag gift. It's like
$60 or the price of 30 beers at your favorite.
You give
dive
your
bar.
piece of shit buddy this cologne.
Yeah, and then you start calling them dive bar, which is not a
right.
When you say you smell like a dive bar, it's usually not a compliment.
Hey, I found a cologne that smells just like you piece of shit.
Yeah.
What was what was the brand that said they were going to change recently, and they made like the limited boxes you couldn't get in there.
Right, like the IHOP to iBurger we talked about recently. I forget which one it was.
It's just a marketing gimmick, but also a gift for your buddy who you want to call Dive Bar. Yeah.
Apparently, women in their 60s who have been divorced at least 3 times or never married and have a tattoo of their deceased dog flock to this thing, like Moscow Flynn.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's
30s,
Eddie.
Early 40s.
Yeah, Eddie.
Yeah.
The packaging looks great. I got to tell you, the High Life packaging. How much is it?
60 bones.
60 bones.
Oh, that's
okay.
too much for a gag gift.
Well, I mean that's on par with like Jakar, right, or Cool Water Sport. What other scents are there?
I don't know.
It's about average for a
How to wear Axe
cologne.
body spray.
No, you don't, Mark. No, you don't.
I think
That's why you're always fingering.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's why you always finger
Axe.
I didn't want to let him.
One last product to discuss this holiday season is honey packets. Have you guys heard about this?
Honey packets.
Honey packets. No.
Like packets of honey.
So it wasn't around when we were in college, but remember like horny goat weed, stuff like that?
Oh, I've heard about this new trend. Yeah,
it's
the honey.
newish. It's been the past couple of years at least. But
Put honey on your dick?
No, I think you just swallow it, and it's all today. Every single publication came out and was like, "Don't do it. It's so dangerous." They're like comparing it to the Tide Pod challenge. It turns out it's just like get your dick really hard, and everyone at college enjoys the shit out of it. And it's some of it's got like cylinder fluid, like the stuff that's in like
it's just honey with Viagra.
It's like
in
liquid
it.
Viagra, and they're like, college kids shouldn't be taking it unless they want to have the best time ever.
So honey packets are a brand, or we're talking about like the packets of honey that we had at high school lunch?
I don't know. We're not trying to see it. The
they
honeycomb.
put
See, look at the image. It's got like a
Do
honeycomb.
you crush up a Viagra and put it in the honey packet and then suck it down, or do you?
I watched this video here about this is ASU, and this ASU chick was like, "What would BYU be most shocked to hear about ASU?" Basically, everyone's like, "How many honey packets we take?"
Okay.
One guy said he does 4 a day. It just gets you a huge direction. It seems fine.
Yeah, but so does the wind.
We're in college, yeah, but it's like sport fucking, Pat. You know, like when you can go and then go again and then go again.
Honey's real hard. to get off of your skin. So I could see like if you dripped it on your penis.
I don't think that's the case, guys. I think you
No. You eat it.
You eat it.
You just Google honey packet ED. And
it's not going on your cock. You don't have it.
But I'm saying it would get your cock hard if you just
drink
put it on your cock and then tried to get it off because you'd be touching your cock a lot because it's hard.
Sure. I mean,
that would give you an erection.
Yeah, that would give you. Yeah, I almost got it all off, and look how hard my dick is.
Yeah, just picking at it.
Yeah, just touching it.
So
hours.
It's called Royal Honey.
Trying to rub the honey off of it.
Yeah.
It's like the Borg for drinking, but for sex.
Right. It's a product from the UK. It's called Royal Honey, and it's just Viagra in honey.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
I mean, I'm sure I would have partaken.
Yeah,
you still can.
Yeah, but most dudes are taking it and then getting horny and then ending up back at their bro's house drinking a case of Natty Light or something.
Right.
With just raging hard erections, sitting and looking at all your bros.
Well, going to
you
the
got to wait
bathroom,
until you get to the moment.
Oh,
honey.
Dave's so crazy. He's always wearing the latest things. He hooked us up with a bunch of honey packet shooters before we went out. It's fucking nuts.
We'll get them next weekend.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing in here?
We all got raging boners, bro.
They're playing ring toss on each other's erections.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be a fun game.
Cool.
A little weird if everybody's doing it, at the party, but it'd be fun.
Well,
Visually
I don't
fun.
want to waste the honey.
It's so dumb.
Get the rings out, bro.
The rings out. I don't want to waste this.
If there's one complaint I'm
shower
getting when I take a lady home, which is rarely, it's that I'm not hard enough. But that
9
complaint,
out of 10 times it ends in ring cock toss.
yes, dude.
It's real good at it. Like,
And if it doesn't work out,
We always got the rings.
you break up from the bar. And you
Is
text.
Mike coming? We need Mike.
Yeah,
crazy Mike.
Everyone shoots their shot and then gets shut down, and all of a sudden they're texting at the same time. Is it a ring toss night? Yeah.
Someone give Mike some honey. Let's play ring toss.
You're gonna love this stuff, Mike.
Oh, you don't want to come over here unless you want to hang with 4 or 5 dudes with rock hard honey packet erections.
You better get your flaccid cocks out of here. Look at these! Look at these homos with their lip ticks.
Nice. That's a great update. Thanks, Mark.
No problem.
Royal honey. We gotta get some. We should try some. Okay, let's move on to the coup. Well, you tell me if you think it's a coup or whatever. It's pathetic, whatever it is, in South Korea. A lot going on internationally right now. Trump said that Canada should be the 51st state in a prelude to his incoming tariff war. Related to that, China ban. Huh?
I'm down with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good joke, but it related. China banned some mineral exports to the U.S. in a strategic move over the race to dominate the EV industry. Biden was over in Angola pledging $1 billion to flood relief, which didn't go over great in the Carolinas, it seems like. So,
oh yeah,
right.
That's what's international shit. And craziest of all, by far, the president of South Korea declared martial law, which is like, everybody go home. You have to stay inside because I'm the president. And I say I'm the dictator now, basically. On Tuesday night, only having to lift it early Wednesday. So he declared it at like 10 p.m. Tuesday, Korea time. And then he had to lift it like 4:30 a.m. Wednesday after protests erupted and Parliament in South Korea was pressured to vote to overturn the martial law that he had just put in. Check out this video. Turn the sound down because it's like aggressive. But check out this video of a chick grabbing at a cop's assault rifle while she was protesting. This is a little flavor of what was going on.
Oh, like, damn, bro.
Literally just grabbing the fucking barrel of it. It's crazy.
Yeah,
didn't get arrested, nothing. So like
people were not happy.
Yeah, the South Koreans were not happy about the martial law.
What's going on? What's the big problem over there?
Chick was just bitching the officer with her tiny paws. Well, because she doesn't like being under martial law.
Right, but
why did they declare it?
Why did they declare?
Why did the president declare martial law?
Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you. So this is President Yoon Suk Yeol. That's him right there, giving the peace sign. He's saying,
I think that's Soon Yul Suk.
Yeah.
I think you read it wrong.
Changing it around.
Soon Yul Suk.
And that's not a peace sign. That's some sort of martial law symbol.
Yeah. He can sing American Pie. There's a video of him singing American Pie to Biden. Nice. He's appearing likely to be impeached though over these actions. So the peace sign, it may be a peace sign for peace out.
Don't kill me. That's a don't kill me sign.
Yeah. Sorry about the coup. The craziest part was that Yoon Suk basically did a J6 as the sitting president. So this is why he did it. He implemented the martial law in an effort to eliminate his anti-state opposing party, who he claims is sympathetic to North Korea. So in the fight against North Korea, Yoon Suk, he figured he'd try to make South Korea as much as he could, just like North Korea, to fight against North Korea. Didn't work out for him.
He pulled like a McCarthy or Salem's witch hunt, and he was the president. It's like, they're all North Koreans. We got to stop them all. They're all sympathizers. Yeah.
Exactly. And like there was reports that his like police were rolling out to like arrest opposing party members and stuff.
Right.
But it didn't go down because in the end, Yoon Suk's martial law only lasted a total of 6 hours, where almost nobody obeyed it at all. And then Yoon Suk is still, after he lifted it, he's like blaming all the people he was planning to arrest for everything before his plans got foiled. And then those people seem to have the votes, because that is like every other elected person in South Korea. And they seem to have the votes in parliament to boot his ass out of the Cheongwade after this stunt.
Oh, that's a beautiful presidential palace. Whoa.
Yes, that's the South Korean presidential
Why
palace.
would you ever want to risk getting booted out of that?
No, the Cheongwade is nice. It's fun fact. Their White House, the Cheongwade in South Korea, is actually called the Blue House. It's the Blue House. And another fun fact: the presidents haven't lived there since 2022. So Yoon Suk never even got that. So he's just
man.
He's just a bum out of a job.
He's like he's like a strong man, or he's a right winger.
He's a right winger, and yeah, I mean, you know, this used to be common, Pat, before South Korea became a democracy in 1987. They did this all the time. Apparently, like anybody who was in power was like, martial law. That's what I'm doing. Martial law. Fuck the rest of you. Martial law.
Get the rings.
I declared it. Yeah, get the rings.
Yeah.
And, but Yoon Suk, this guy in 2024, he was the first SOB crazy enough to try it in the modern democratized era. And he probably just cost his party, yeah, Pat, the right wing party, I think, I don't know what they're called over there, years of heartache at the voting booth, because it you know, seems like pretty much everybody.
He really went for it.
Fuck off.
He really went for it and blew it. Yeah.
He's a North Korean sympathizer. He is any martial law.
He claims
no. He claimed
he's
his
calling them
opponents.
communists, effectively.
The Democratic Party has the majority in parliament, so he didn't like that they weren't pushing through his bills and shit. So he just concocted this whole thing that a bunch of politicians and civilians are actually North Korean spies and sympathizers, and we need martial law, and we're going to get the military to run into people's homes, martial law, and we need to go into their homes and to like shut down parliament until we get all the handle on all these North Korean sympathizers. He
intimidation tactic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always thought martial law, especially in a country where martial arts is practiced, wouldn't be dudes with guns, but it'd be like the sickest taekwondoers in the nation, right?
Yeah, isn't it always martial law over there?
Roundhouse
back
kicking.
in the day.
Yeah.
Dude, the samurai probably laid down some martial law pretty effectively.
I mean, yeah, where does the term come from, right? If not martial arts,
spelled differently, but
yeah. Anyways, this guy's not effective. This Yoon Suk Yoon, whatever the fuck his name is, he's gone. So
fuck
he sucks. He sucks at martial law. He sucks at martial arts. The only thing he's good at is singing American Pie, apparently.
That's kind of cool.
That must have put Biden to sleep. That's like a 9-minute long song.
Yeah.
No way Biden's making that whole through the whole American Pie. It doesn't say where it's come from. Where's the name come from, though? Martial law etymology. I gotta know.
Oh man, it must have been some serious dude.
Comes from the adjective martial, which means pertaining to the military, and the word martial comes from
military
the Latin
laws,
word martialis, which means of Mars. Mars was the Roman god of war.
Okay, he's a serious dude.
It basically means that the military is taking over on behalf of whoever declares it, because they deem it to be an emergency, usually during wartime. And they're not really. I mean,
didn't you ever see the
constant thing with North Korea, but it's not really.
Severely underrated Bruce Willis flick Martial Law?
They call me Big Joe. Says it comes from George C. Marshall. I don't. That sounds it.
I thought they were spelled differently, but I guess I'm mistaken. Martial arts.
Yeah, serious guy, George C. Marshall. He's not pulling our leg.
All right, real quick lightning round, guys. Elton John can't see. That's right. Elton John just cannot see. He's lost his eyesight after an eye infection earlier this year. He said, quote, "I unfortunately lost my eyesight in my right eye in July because I had an infection in the south of France." Sounds like a fancy infection. "It's been 4 months now since I haven't been able to see."
Sounds like a cum shot infection.
Ooh.
I didn't go there. I didn't go there.
A little cum shot infection for Elton John, maybe?
Elton's...
Maybe.
Stevie Wonder is pissed right now. He said, "That's my beat, Elton. It's my beat, Piano Man." Apparently, there's hope that his eyesight will come back. But this happens, man.
Well, yeah, there is. Of course, there's hope.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Okay. It's a bit reductive, boys.
He is so gay.
Yes. A buddy of mine was on a bachelor trip in Cuba, and they went swimming in these caves. And he came out of the cave, and he started losing his eyesight, and he was blind for like a month.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that's like probably from
pressure
the shit in
change
the
or
water.
It was a bat. Like some sort of infection from from guano.
Like,
Yeah, poop in the water, parasites in the water. Cave water.
Not good. Let's just say his wedding was awkward. Guys, and then finally, a U.S. Secret Service agent opened fire near the home of Treasury Secretary Janet B. Yellen after some people were breaking into cars on her street early Tuesday morning.
Oh, okay. It wasn't like attacking her. Okay.
No, this is the second time in about 13 months that a Secret Service agent has opened fire on just dudes in D.C. breaking into cars.
Too many crimes. Secret Service is getting sick of it.
It happened around Biden's granddaughter about 13 months ago. Yeah, newsflash, guys. In D.C., people be breaking into cars. That's just how it works.
Sure. Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Secret Service agent confronted people who were breaking into cars on the street, and I guess they got into it a little bit, and he
I'm a fucking Secret Service agent, right? And then just fires is going off.
And they're like, I steal cars all day, right?
Yeah, this is D.C., you dumbass.
Yeah.
Janet who? The treasurer, what? I'm just trying to get this fucking catalytic converter, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
They definitely don't know who Janet Yellen is.
I don't know what the goddamn Fed is. I just want to get my family fed by stealing this catalytic converter off this Honda Civic. And that's the show. Get out there and have a great fucking day.